Hello there, good evening, and welcome to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I'm the host of this show, a show that is dedicated to progressive rock, hard rock, heavy metal, and other forms of rock music. So we're here with the mini-series we are going to be starting today. This will go 6 episodes, I believe. That's what we agreed on, which will feature 6 different genres, and what got me started in those particular genres, I guess, is the best way to put it. This is, of course, another one of Ben's projects and suggestions, and I'm putting it together the way I feel that best suits me. So today's genre will introduce both of these guys, Elton John, David Bowie. So today's genre is rock and roll, or pop, or pop rock, or whatever you want to call it. That music that started in the 50s kind of went forward into the 60s and 70s as kind of what we would call rock and roll music. Some of it's a little bit poppier than other stuff, but started with Elvis and has moved forward into this. So for me, even though I had heard Elvis and I had heard other pop rock artists, I never really registered with me until probably Elton John, when I went to visit my relatives in Nova Scotia back. We used to go every second year, and they had an Elton John album there. And at the same time, my cousins down there also had a David Bowie, and I started listening to the both of them. Not too many different songs. I think they were both greatest hits, and I remember songs like Space Oddity and Crocodile Rock and Rocket Man, those type of songs, kind of. But I didn't own any of that stuff. I never owned any of it, but that's what kind of launched my interest in rock music. So for me, when I started with this rock and roll, it was with a kind of a 50s flavor. They had a couple of Bill Haley and the Comets and a few other things there that kind of got my interest, but these were the two main ones that kind of started it all off for me and made that genre what I think of as rock and roll today, and really opened the door for a lot of bands for me. The Stones, The Who, the Beatles, all those bands. Who else? The Knack, all these bands that went forward at different periods of time in my music listening history. Those bands were big, but it all kind of started here with David Bowie and Elton John. Now the funny part is I don't listen much to either of these guys anymore. I still sometimes will put an album in there that I haven't heard before, and we'll play it quite a bit, but that's what started this for me. And this actually, the reason I chose this genre first, this is probably the genre that got me going first. It wasn't my favorite genre, and it wasn't the most dominant one early on, but I think it's the one that kind of started the ball rolling. And yeah, so that's pretty much my take on this particular genre. We have 5 more genres to do over the next, the next 6 weeks, 5 weeks in total. So this will be the first episode of that. I believe the next genre out is hard rock, I believe is the next one. What got me started there, and we'll get into that when I get to that episode next week. So please hit the like and subscribe. If you want to make any comments about either of these two artists, David Bowie or Elton John, or about the genre as you see it, or what got you started in it, you can put those comments down there too. I'm always curious to see what gets people started. And the funny thing about when you start a genre of music that you maybe don't have any affiliation with before is that you're not really expecting it. You hear something that you kind of like. Next thing you know, you're listening to it, and then you're driven by it, and that's kind of With this genre, though, probably a little bit different than some of the other ones, is that I never went deep into it. I just started with it and kind of added people as I was going along. So anyways, I hope to see you all next week for the second episode. So please hit the like and subscribe, and we will see you then. Have yourself a good night and a good evening, and goodbye here from the Prog Monster.